So recently I've learned something that I think all artists should know. Drawing a body is not nearly as difficult as it should be. In about a week, I've gone from drawing like this to this, and here's how. When drawing a body, you should base all of the measurements off of the head of your figure. One head down is your breastbone, one more is the belly button, then you have the midpoint, one more down is your knee, and then two more down and you have the base of your feet. If you turn that head measurement on its side, you have both of your shoulder widths. The length of your arm should be 3 heads long from the middle of your shoulder to your fingertips. The top part of your arm should be the same length as the bottom half. If your character's arm is down, start at the chin and it should be 3 heads long to the fingertips. So don't be afraid to draw people anymore, you got this.
White does not necessarily mean bright. Adding white will definitely lighten your color. If you're trying to make your colors brighter, try playing around with some neons. Adding a neon will kick up the intensity without desaturating the color. Light for part 2.
So here's the best art hack that I've ever found. Usually with cheap paint, it comes out very watery, and whenever I go to use it, it comes out streaky, blotchy, and it kind of dries uneven, which I'm just not a fan of. So the secret solution is cornstarch. The instructions are super easy. All you're gonna do is open that bad boy up and try not to spill it all over the place like somebody else I know. Then you're just gonna get a little bit and oh my god, I spilled it again. One mental breakdown later, you're gonna mix it up until you get the consistency of pudding. You're gonna use it just like regular paint, and boom, just like that. You can see a huge difference in the opacity, the texture, and just all around it comes out thicker and a little bit nicer. Happy drawing and follow for more.
7 painting hacks that just make sense. 1. Put heavy rock in paint cup so it won't get knocked over. 2. Chip clip brush holder. 3. Paint water spillage catcher. 4. Brush cleaner guy. 5. Closable jar for turpenoid. Put a brush cleaner guy in there. 6. Stay wet acrylic paint palette. 7. Veggie glycerin also keeps acrylic paint wet.
So I just discovered the craziest art hack. I was trying to find a way to clean my palettes better. Since acrylic inks are permanent, they're very hard to get off the palette. This worked in ways I couldn't imagine. Not only did I add water to see if it could reactivate the inks, which it did, not only can you reuse the dried inks on your palette, but you can clean them too.
every artist does this to their paintings, but I find it makes a major difference. This layer of paint is called an imprimatura. It helps make the painting more luminous when building layers of paint. It also makes the canvas a more neutral background, helping you make better color and value judgments as you paint. For a more luminous painting, make the color of your imprimatura complementary to the dominant color of your reference.
Nobody's gonna know.
For artists is what do you do with all the leftover paint when you're done with your creation for the day? Now you could just wash it down the sink, but I don't like to do that because it's not great for the environment. So first I have this excess paint painting. This is gouache, acrylic, oil, literally anything. Just slop it onto this canvas and create an abstract.
Artists go to Target and buy this sketchbook. You can peel off each design as a sticker. It has over 550 different outlines.
OmniaBeats.com. OmniaBeats.com.
Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know.
Did you know these squares on the back of your tubes tell you the opacity of your paint? This is going to be a transparent paint, so you're going to be able to see the black through when you paint with it. On this one, this is a semi-opaque, so it's going to have better coverage, but you're still going to see some of that black. And this is an opaque paint, and all you're going to see is that beautiful yellow color. And this is what it looks like wet and dry.
Here's an artist tip they actually don't want to tell you. So you can take a reference photo and then manipulate it to look a little bit more like a cartoon. Then you can make an outline, you already know this, but when it's time to color, you can actually go to the blend tool and blend the colors that are directly on the photograph. And depending what brush you use, it'll give the photo different textures, but instead of just blending on a white background or blending in a separate layer and just tediously color picking colors from the photo, you can just directly blend the colors of the photo, then cut out everything you don't need, and then place your outline over it. When all that's out of the way, the imaginative part comes in and you can fill in more details that didn't exist in the photo. And this can make the art process so much more relaxing, so try it for yourself.
I could tell you all day that you can draw with any metal lying around, but I figured I might as well show you by sculpting this pointy little thing out of aluminum foil. How funny would it be to hang art in a prestigious gallery only for the description to say it was drawn with aluminum foil?
Trying out the water and cornstarch hack for making cheap acrylics thicker. 1.5 cups of water and 2 TBSP of cornstarch, heated until it's goopy. Mix with cheap acrylic paint. Well, that was a fail.
You are going to love me for this. So I have a bunch of paintbrushes. I use them all the time, but I never wash them after. So I have a lot of things like this. All you need is rubbing alcohol and then pour in a bowl. Look at this, it's completely hard. And then you just go in here and you rub it around for a while. Look, brand new. Look, it's soft now. I just found this out yesterday, but okay, you don't want to do that. You're gonna do this one. It's just kind of crunchy. And put it in you. Look at that. This is great for me because I don't think I've ever washed paintbrushes after I've used them. Almost every single one is like unusable. Oh, that's actually not too bad, but I'm gonna wash.
OmniBeats.com.
Don't throw out your old art pens. Here's why. When you first buy fine liner pens, the color's really vivid and crisp, but after you use them for a while, it can get kinda dull and muddy. But don't throw them out just yet. Hang on. Eventually they fade enough so that you can get really light and dark shades depending on how hard you press. And you can use this to shade your line art, making things like this, or even this. So when they start to run out,